Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Pokemon Ruby. It is I, Xilestar, and today a lot of training has been done. So as you can currently see from my party as of now, as you can see from the experience, a lot of work has been done. Except for Hugsbellow though. And as you can see, the Xavier Cell hasn't had much experience, or I haven't done much training on him, but right now Ease is going to be the weak link right now, so we're not going to be training him too much. So allow me to show you where I was training, so that way though everybody can follow along kind of thing. So we're going to use the Pokénav for this because it has the map. So I think we last left off over here in Fall Arbor Town. So I scoured the walkthrough, the wiki kind of thing. Well, I used the walkthrough to find out the Pokemon that we can find. I scoured that thing to find out what the best route to train for the IVs that I was looking for was. So as you probably are no doubt aware, out of the 5 Pokemon, that's right, 5 Pokemon that we use in battle, 3 of them are physical attackers, and 2 of them are special attackers. So, but there's a route that technically all 5 of them would benefit, except for Balmor a little bit, but that's beside the point. So the idea was that I was trying to figure out which route would be ideal. I thought the first route in the game would be ideal, because typically that has a lot of Pokemon that have speed EVs. That's typically what you find in the first route. That's correct, except for Wurmple, I believe, and I think there was another one. No, it was just Wurmple. Wurmple gives you health EVs, which we do not need. If we ever need health EVs, just go to Verdant Turf Tunnel, or Rustboro Tunnel, or whatever it is. Fight the Whismur. They give you 1 health EV, and you're good. So I then scoured the whole entire thing to figure out which area it is. And the area that I found that works the best is this area over here, Route 103. So if you do not know this, Route 103, you have a 30% chance of finding Poochyena. Poochyena, when you defeat it, gives you 1 attack EV, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. So I ended up finding a bunch of them for the team. I think it was mostly just for Brina to get a whole bunch of attack EVs. And Xavier Cell was just collecting some of them at the same time. And then I think later on, I think I had Zergo taking a few of them too, because Zergo does kind of need it too. And then after I was done training up those 3, in particular with this route, I went all the way over here, because Numel gives you special attack EVs. So I ended up leveling up both Elsbeth and Balmor this area. They didn't really get much from what I can see. Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, Elsbeth is the only one that looks a little bit will need a lot of work though, but Balmor and all the rest don't really look that bad. So yeah, so I'm going to show you exactly what their EVs right now are. Okay, I want to mention something here, okay? So how Gen 3 works... Okay, I'm going to show you through Brina first. Okay. So these are Brina's stats, okay? So I'm going to load up Brina on PK Hex. I did use PK Hex, but I only used it to see what the EVs are. That's it. I wanted to make sure that I know what EVs I was collecting. That's all I used PK Hex for. So as you can see, this is what Brina's stats are, okay? So if I load up PK Hex here, these are Brina's stats according to PK Hex. So I'm going to supersize it for you guys so I can clearly show what I'm talking about over here. So I apologize for this. So as you can see, there's the base stat total, which is over here. Oh, sorry. No, I don't have the pointer in there. Hold on. No, capture cursor. What? Oh, there it is. So we have the base stat total over here. So this is the base stats that Swellow has. These are Brina's IVs. And these are the EVs, alright? So how this is calculated is that it takes what your IVs are and what your EV total is, and it does some weird magical numbers. I don't know what it is. So as you can see, the attack is 59. But wait. But this says attack is 47. That doesn't make any sense, right? So how Gen 3 works, I don't know how far it goes, but I definitely know it's Gen 3. How Gen 3 works is that if you EV train, the EVs don't technically get applied until after you level up. So if I were to, let's say, level up Brina would be having a giant stat increase that looks impossible to have for a single level. And that's only, I've only noticed it in Gen 3. I don't know if Gen 4 or Gen 5, like, I don't know when they changed that, so though it's automatic, but it's automatic. So, like, if you were to go on, I think the only time it becomes automatic is when the Pokemon is level 100 in the old games, and then you can actually see the stats change. But in the modern games, you'll actually see them change right then and there. They'll change immediately. Then you'll be like, oh my god, right? Like, that's amazing. So these are Brina's changes. So as you can see, I was mostly working on attack. As you can see, 230. So I defeated a lot of Poochyena right here. And the other thing you can find in that route is Zigzagoon and Wingull. Both of them give you speed EVs. They both give you 1, but they give you speed EVs. So that's amazing, right? So that's exactly what I ended up doing. I ended up just farming them a bunch of times. And that's how I got my EVs. Very cool. Okay, so we're just going to move this over here so we can see the party. I get it decently well. Yeah, let's change the size a little bit like that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so here is Balmor stats. Barely changed. I didn't get too much leveling because Nummels give you a lot more experience. But you know what? That's pretty okay-ish stats, I guess. I don't know. And then here's Zergo. Zergo got at least a little bit of an attack boost and speed boost. Not enough to say, like, oh my god, it's going to be a threat on the battlefield. But it's going to be a decent thing here. And Xavier Sal, again, got a whole bunch from Brina just fighting everything. And got a little bit of speed EVs as well. But Xavier Sal did get I think Xavier Sal did actually fight a little bit on its own, but that's not enough. And Elspeth didn't really do much training. I mostly just tacked on EXP share when it was Balmor fighting until, I think it is, until I ended up, like, I think it was just so that, like, Balmor can train a little bit more without having to worry about experience nearly as much, but that was it. And then obviously I try to maintain having Hugs Bellow collecting items as well, so hey, I gotta make sure that Hugs Bellow keeps giving me free stuff, which it did. It gave me some free stuff though. And I want to do something really quick. I want to do an experiment, not a dangerous experiment, but an experiment nonetheless. So how, before, I think it's Generation 6, I want to say, could be Generation 7. I don't know, it's one of the generations. I know it's before Generation 8. So how Protein and all of them worked, and I don't know if it works the way that I'm interpreting it, or if it works differently. But the way that I understood it, in sort of like the way that I interpret it, is that in order for you to use the vitamins, either you have to not have used 10 of those vitamins on that Pokemon itself, or it has to be like just a bit over it. Like what I mean is that, like, what am I trying to think of right now? I'm blanking on what I want to say, kind of thing. I think that's why I'm just fumbling it right now. Because you can only use up to 10 each on a Pokemon, and then it just card caps it. But is that because their EV becomes 100? Or not, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to test this out, because I don't think Brina, I've actually used any protein on it. So I'm quite curious. I did pick one up. Oh, I picked two up. I picked one. I know one. I know I definitely picked up one. But I picked one up through Hugs Bellow. So I want to see. It won't have any effect. Okay, so this means that if your Pokemon has 100 of that stat or below, you can use the vitamin to boost up that stat. So I can definitely tell you this. The only one that fits the requirement to actually use protein is Zergo. It's Zergo, 100%. Zergo is the only one that fulfills the requirements to actually use it. Okay, so I'm gonna level up Brina with the Macho Brace. We're gonna fight a Machop in the area, because Machop actually gives you a physical attack EV. So we're gonna go do that. And it's just Brina. Just Brina. We're not gonna go ahead and level up everybody on the team, though. Yeah, we have a 75% chance of encountering Numel. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Yeah, the one time I want Numel to always show up kind of thing. And do this. And the one time I don't want it to appear. There we go. I'll use Quick Attack. So the reason why we want to use a Macho Brace is because any EVs we gain during battle, we get 2 of them. Which is ideal for us, because we want to have 2 of them. So watch this. Look at that attack increase and look at that speed increase. Yes, I did level up Brina's speed a little bit though. And that's what I mean. It looks like it shouldn't happen that way. Like, it looks like that's like almost impossible to find off of a Pokemon. Okay, so I want to give you... Oops. I want to give you the Macho Brace. I want to give you the Experience Share. I want to give you the Silk Scarf. And technically all of you are really fast. I think I'll give Zergo the Quick Claw for now. And that should be fine. And we all know what it is. It's time to get Brina burnt so we can get Guts to initiate. Hopefully we get lucky with this. If I have to speed it up, I'm going to speed it up. By the way, the time is like... It only took me like 3 hours to train everybody up. So... Not a lot of time. And that's with me speeding up too. That's with me doing this. Get burnt, please. No, you're gonna do the thing where you're not gonna do it at all. And you want to know what's actually really funny though? During training, you know how many times I just wanted to have like a full team of Zigzagoons and just train, and then hopefully I get a lot of items through that training. I really wanted to do that. Yes, thank you. So this is why I gave Balmor the Mantra Brace. So I can use Water Gun. And Balmor gets a level, but also so does Elspeth. But actually, Elspeth might not even get a level. Oh no, Elspeth did get a level. Balmor might not, yeah. But Elspeth at least got some experience out of that, so that's ideally the best case scenario for us. All right, Super Potion. That should be okay. I don't think I need to worry about anything else. I'll potion up Balmor, and we're gonna go take on Maxi again. So I liked our idea the first time, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lead with Hug's Bellow, because it doesn't matter if Hug's Bellow is fainted or not to get the item. So I think using Hug's Bellow as the sacrificial lamb is probably going to be the best case scenario, especially against Intimidate. That's the thing we do not want. Our best case scenario would have been to have Brina having a sharp beak with either Aerial Ace or, I guess in this case, the wing attack though. But in case of any accuracy drops, I would have preferred to have something closely related to doing that. Also, you want to know why I keep forgetting that I shouldn't heal Brina? In my mind, anytime I see a status condition, I always want to heal it. Doesn't matter if it has guts or not, so trying to get my mind to say, no, we want burn. Yeah, we already talked to you. Yeah, you want to expand the land with no water. Gotta have a healthy balance of both, buddy. Yeah, because this is where I made the joke about having my own personal island. So this is why we want to go use a pawn Pokemon for this. If you don't tag, that's on you, buddy. Yeah, alright. Alright, Hug's Bellow, that's fine. Alright, go, Brina! Alright, wing attack. We should be able to outspeed, and not only that, we should be able to take it. That's Guts. That's Guts wing attack Swallow with like 200, what was it, 132? 232 EVs in attack. Mind you, it doesn't have good IVs. Maybe if we tweak it? No, I'm kidding, okay. A lot better than the first time. Golbat. Should be fine. Wing attack. Brina, if you go down, that's okay. You did God's work. Alright. But now we're in a better spot, though. Because now we get the free... Well, not really free. Now we get to switch into Elspeth. And we'll use Confusion. Elspeth, survive, please. Yes! Confusion! Switch to Balmor. Return, Elspeth. Go, Balmor. Ember? I was kind of hoping it would use Magnitude. That would have been funny. Survive. Water Gun. Oh, man. I'll have to sacrifice Elspeth for it now. I'm gonna switch to... Oh, okay. I mean, if you're just gonna do that, that's fine. Confusion. Chip as much damage as possible, so it's a little bit easier to run the numbers, pretty much. We're gonna make Xavier Sal. Xavier Sal is gonna use Leech... Stun Spore. That's completely okay by me right now. I just need Stun Spore to activate, which is what happened, which is good. 75% of your speed is now down, which means Balmor can now do a lot of more damage. And I want Leech Seed. And now we're safe. Awesome. And now we're just going to use Mach Punch. We're going to use Mach Punch to weaken it a little bit. And if it takes out Xavier Cell, it takes out Xavier Cell. If not, Xavier Cell takes care of it, I'm going to be really surprised. Because I don't think Xavier Cell should be able to handle it. Oh, it did! Good job, Xavier Cell, you did it! Look at that. Attack plus 8, speed plus 6. That's what happens when you EV train, man. And then Balmor barely got any levels. Got barely any up. What? IMXE was caught off guard. Sure. Yeah. Trying to learn Protect. Ooh. Wow, it's not going to be as useful as Protect. Ah, whatever. I will give up our plans for Mount Chimney for the time being. But no one can ever stop us. Team Magma will prevail. Don't you ever forget that. Drathis, thank you. With your help, we thwarted Team Magma's destructive plan, but this victory doesn't mean the end of their evil plans. We will remain vigilant and keep up our pursuit of Team Magma. Drathis, we shall meet again. Mine. Meteorite is fitted on a mysterious machine. Would you like to remove the meteorite? Yes. Mine. My meteorite now. It's my meteorite now. Do I want to go there? Or do I just want to... Is it worthwhile? Sure, I'll go with Zergo. We'll see how far Zergo can get all by himself. Oh, wait. What counters do we get here? Items. Meteorite. Yeah, okay. Versus the trainer, blah, blah, blah. Available Pokemon. What? That's interesting. Apparently in Pokemon Sapphire, the Pokemon got a 2-level boost. That's really weird. It's really weird. But what does this Pokemon give? In terms of EVs? If you give me special attack, I'm gonna be happy. Ah, oh, special defense? No! I wanted more stats. That's fine. Mount Chimney's jagged pass. Now this is what I've always wanted in a mountain. This jagged bumpiness. It rocks my soul. Cool. Alright, hiker Eric. Baltoy. Double kick. Aw, I thought it would do more damage than that. Come on, Zergo. Ah! I guess he dropped. Double kick again. Come on, get lucky. Oh, come on, I need quick attack, man. You're not cool. Just say that, like, you're not cool at all for this. Yeah, we didn't get much of a stat increase for that. Another Baltoy? Oh my word, man. I think Xavier Sal should be the one to deal with this. And then it'll probably go down because it only has 16 HP. And it did go down. Balmor would be the safest option though, but is it really? Alright, Balmor. Use water gun. You're faster? Water gun. That did a lot of damage, actually. Protects. Aha. Should I heal, though? Yeah, we should probably heal up Balmor. Aha, Balmor. You shall be healed. This isn't a very important battle, so... No, not my speed! Anyway. Water gun. No! I'm out of water guns! Oh, probably because I didn't heal after the training. That makes more sense. Wing attack. Look at all the experience. Losing left me bitter. Super potion. If I had a potion, I'd give it to you, Balmor, but I don't have one. Yeah, the lowest level in this area in Sapphire is 20. Don't ask me why. I don't know if there's actually a reason why. Maybe it's because it's the polar opposite. Maybe in the Sapphire area or whatever, it'll be like different. This place isn't your casual hike. It's not suited for a picnic. Okay. I only fought 2 trainers. Is there? Oh, there's only 3 trainers. Oh. Huh. I thought there was more. Yeah, so we missed one of them. Don't worry, I'll head back up and we'll take care of it. Peck, Zergo. Good job, Zergo. I'm quite curious if I should just finish EV training Brina. Like, now that I know the perfect route to do it. Although I definitely do want to start reducing the EVs that it has, though. Swablu. Double kick. Oh, come on, man. You suck. Heck. Back again. Wake up. Also, if me showing off like PK Hex of the Pokemon that are like in our team is going to make people be very, very angry. The reason why I show it off is not just to show off that I can do it, because obviously I have done it before in these series before. You don't start off Pokemon Gold with Lugia, or you start off Pokemon Silver with Ho. The ground is too bumpy, sure. Like, obviously, you can't start the game off with those 2 legendaries. Or even Crystal, where you start off with, what was it, Entei, I think? Yeah, you don't get to start off the game with those kinds of Pokemon. That's the mark. Obviously, I had to have used it. So that's why I'm showing it off, though, is that, like, I do have it. I can use it. I haven't. I've only used it twice in this series. But I didn't use it in the way that I wanted to. So Zergo is exactly as it is when we first got it. IVs, EVs, and everything. The only difference is the Met location. That's it. Because I feel like this is more natural, except for the egg part. Ignore the bracket egg part. That feels more natural to me because while yes, you first get it in the first route, he doesn't technically give it to you until Little Root Town, which is my explanation for this, pretty much. The other one was to make sure that Elspeth can be a female. Now, I still have the male version. It's still in my box. But if people want me to revert back into using the male Elspeth, the only thing I'll do is that I'll pass everything on from the female version that we're using to that version, evolve it to Curlia and all that stuff, and then we'll just use that one instead. But that's the only difference. Other than I think a little bit of stat differences, but that's it. And they're very minuscule. They're not like special attack went from like having 2 to 31, right? Like it's not that big. I think everything went up by like 2, like it was very tiny changes. New trainer? I'd like to get to Mauville, but if I went down these ledges, it'd be no easy matter to get back to Lava Ridge. Who cares? There's an item over here I want. We found a nugget! We're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell the nugget. And get lots of money. There's one more trainer, that's why I went back up. Oh, hi. Lava cookies. 200. Sure. Two. 3. 4. I'm only gonna pick up 5. There we go. Because it heals all status problems, which is instantly like way better than what full heals can deal. Because they do the best, like they heal the same, but they do the same. But full heals cost 3 times the price. Hi, buddy. Jack Pass is hard to walk on. It's a good place for training. Sure is. And so is the gym. Yes, we're going through the gym. And yes, I will be fighting everybody. Doesn't matter. We're going to be fighting all the trainers. The reason why is because they are good experience. That's exactly what we want. We want experience. Rock punch again. I think we'll go through the gym. We'll see what we, it was all over while we were still trying to find a good footing. Sure. And we're actually under-leveled anyway, so that's actually kind of interesting. I think like unless this is Emerald, but I think the gym leader is like level 30. Like, we're close, but we're not that close. And remember, we have 5 team members to use, not 6, right? So this is very interesting. Okay. Hold on. I want to check something. Okay. All right, let's see here. What is it? Your learn set at Generation 3. Do you learn a better, like, move at a higher level? You don't even learn a better fire move. Wow, you suck. But I'm guessing that your final evolution does. Because technically it should. It does. Oh, wait, that's a higher generation. It doesn't? That sucks. Wait, you learning quick attack at level 32? Why? At that point, who cares? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, can we do anything cool in Lava Ridge? While we're here. Alright, do we get any cool items? Oh, technically we do. It kind of gets really, really bad, though, because, well... You, maybe? You're coming to look at Herbal Maze in Lava Ridge? That's rather commendable. I like you. Take this. Charcoal. Booster fire. Type moves. But you want to know what the funny part is? This gym, it's a fire gym. Does it tell you? Fiery passion that burns. Yep. So the only one that can possibly do anything potentially dangerous in this gym, that'll be a threat to the gym leader, is one Pokemon in particular, and that's Balmor. But that's kind of part of the problem, because Balmor is not the strongest party member on my team. Yay! But we'll see how far this goes. So between these two, so between everybody on my team, we have about 3 party members that can be possibly very good. One of them is not so good, but she can do some work. And then we have Xilestar. And then Hugsbellow. But Hugsbellow is just for items. Ow, ow, wow, yikes, it's hot. Sure. Coal. Alright, coal. You have Slugma. Okay, that's fine. Water gun. Does Pelipper learn a better water move? Like, pretty early on. I don't mind doing like 2 or 3 levels. We're at what level? Aw, it doesn't learn anything. It has to be by TM. That stinks. And the only other water move that's really good, other than an HM, okay, is Water Pulse. Because you know that's helpful. I'm blinded by sweat in my eyes. They all say that. Anyway. Could I solve it? Sure, but I'm trying to get experience here. And your Pokemon withstand 392 degree heat. Yep. I'm pretty sure Zurko can probably survive that temperature. Ooh, Kecleon. That's an interesting Pokemon. I'm gonna use Supersonic. Oh, of course. We can attack him then. Water gun. Wait, what's Pelipper's ability, though? Probably Keen Eye. Yay, my accuracy can't be decreased. Yay. He's gonna switch to Xilestar. Technically, I should have switched to Xilestar first. But nah. Seriously, you can take it out? And this is why you should have taken it out in the one shot that I wanted you to take it down in. Black Punch. It's a fighting type. Brina! Because it's going to use Flamethrower, and if it does burn me... We've got a plan. Aww. Plan has been foiled. It saw right through our plan. It didn't burn hotly enough. Get out of here, buddy. Should I heal up Balmor? Yeah, we'll heal up Balmor. Shouldn't need to heal up anybody else, though. I'll use Soda Pop. Why not? Balmor deserves a nice, cool, refreshing drink. I'm trying to relieve my stress. Don't come along and stress me out. You're the one trying to stress people out, man. Axel, if that is your real name. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. Psychic? Yes, please. Confusion? That's awesome, though. We now have Psychic on our team. That's amazing. Water gun. Nice. Flame reflames you good. Hey, that's not very nice. Nope. Nope. Alright. I don't know which hole that I need to go through is. This one? There you go. Okay, I'll battle with you. Ooh, a Meditite. Wing type. Uh-oh. Never mind. Wait, no, I didn't have to worry about it because I had Protect. Oh, but you're too strong. Yep. It's one of these. There you go. You must be getting tired by now. You'd like to rest in the hot sand, wouldn't you? But you should know that maintaining your willpower is an important ability for all trainers. I still have strength. Andy, I don't know. Water gun. Actually, I kind of wonder though. Please tell me you increase special attack. No shot, you actually increase special attack. That's amazing. All these fire types boost up special attack EVs. That's awesome. Balmor's getting EV trained at the same time. Wait, hold on. Balmor, do you have the Macho Brace? Probably not, though. Did I predict this? Because I swear I didn't. I want to know what item you had. I didn't realize you had the Macho Brace. Play with fire and be burned. That's why everything was outspeeding me. I was wondering why everything was outspeeding me. I was like, there's no way that this Pokemon's outspeeding me. So like, sure, I'm a Pelipper. Nah, I have to heal. I'm gonna heal. I'll let Balmor be one more level higher. How much experience do you need? 1700? Elsbeth, you're gonna come along for the ride. We're gonna heal. I'm gonna sell the health up, because we already have a way good spot for health, so we don't need any health ups. I don't think I need anything else. Just gonna sell the nuggets, the health up. We're gonna keep the PP up because that's obviously really good. And from now on, anytime we need to train any of the Pokemon, to be honest, what we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna be going in with a full team of pretty much Zigzagoons. So if an area doesn't have any good encounters, but it has, if a route doesn't have any good encounters, but it has Zigzagoon, we're gonna catch a Zigzagoon, and that's gonna be our encounter for the area, unless something better comes along. What was I trying to do? Oh, I think I mistaken myself. I thought I had a different. Go for it. All right. Wait. I healed here, which means teleport. Awesome. I forgot I had teleport. I literally did. I forgot I had teleport. Then after Balmor becomes level 27, I'll take a look at what it is, because I'm quite curious. Oh yeah, we got a lot of time left over. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm already seeing that it took me like 2 hours. Oh no, we don't want any attack EVs. We don't want that. We want special attack EVs. Now you might say like, oh, why don't you go to the fireplace, the fiery path? That has Slugmas in there too. It does, but I have a 75% chance of finding Nummels here, which obviously we already know gives you one special attack EV. Actually, I'm quite curious. I'm going to save the game. As you can see, yeah, look at that. 15 hours. So you can already tell, though, that this is already, like, lost my, like, normal Pokemon Ruby / Sapphire record. Because I would have been finished the game by now. Or I would be like close to when, like I would be like past the 6th gym. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at everything right now. Okay, so Balmor, at the moment that that save happened, is at 92 EVs for special attack. Oh god, man, this makes me want to go back to the route and catch a new Wingull. And just force everything on that one for EVs and stuff like that. One special attack EV. Or IV, sorry. One special attack IV. Jeez, man, it only has 7 speed IVs. That's like terrible. It even has a positive speed nature, and it has a little bit of speed investment. And the best that it can do is 46. is terrible. This is where I wish I had surf. It'd be like the best thing ever. Wait, we can get water pulse. How bad is getting water pulse? Generation 3 water pulse. TMO 3. It's like the final gym. At that point, who cares? That like sucks. I think I might have mentioned this before, but I'm not quite sure if I have. If I have, ignore this. But I think I did mention this, that after we're done Ruby and Sapphire, we're going to be doing a fan game. Then we're going to be doing Fire Red Leaf Green and another fan game. But these two fan games are going to be very small ones or very short ones. Like maybe like, they'll be like maybe like 2-3 sessions long kind of thing. Like they're not going to be too relatively big, where they're going to be like Uranium, Infinite Fusion, or Insurgents, where they're going to be like, you know, like 17 sessions worth kind of thing, like over 150 episodes. They're going to be about maybe like 20, give or take. So they're going to be relatively quick. And then once Emerald is done, we'll do a long fan game. And that fan game will be whichever one I might have wanted to play. And the other thing is that, like, what I can do is I can move on to Generation 4. Or we can play the GameCube games. Now, here's the thing with the GameCube games, okay? I actually do have a GameCube. I do have the GameCube games. The thing is that I don't know if I can use the Elgato that I have, or my capture card, in order to capture it. Because I gotta figure out what the original video and audio cables is, and then find an adapter for HDMI, get it to work, and then play it. So we can have the authentic controller experience. And that's it. Either that, or unless the Nintendo Switch decides to put Pokemon, decides to put GameCube on their vintage console thing. You want to know what's really funny, though? And I thought that this was a very strange thing. And when I talked to my friend about this, I think it was last week, he wasn't too surprised about it. I used to be on my Switch almost like every day, okay? Like every day on my Switch, not 24/7, but you know what I mean though? Like I was always on that thing. Since... was it the beginning of last year? I want to say it was. I want to say it's the beginning of last year. Maybe. Or maybe it was like when Crown Tundra was done. Something like that. I don't know. Like sometime last year, I found myself always having my Switch plugged in, ready to go for videos, but I never actually used it for videos. That makes sense. Okay, when was this? Yeah, February 2024 was the last time I picked it up for video. Huh. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember picking it up. It's been a year since I've actually used my Switch. That is insane, man. And when I mentioned that, he's like, he's not too surprised though. I don't go on my Switch anymore because all of my Switch games I have on PC, except for the Pokemon games, which would be the only reason why I go on the Switch in the first place. But because there was no Pokemon game in November, I didn't have anything to go towards. So or if there was a Pokemon game that came out in November that was like more of a side thing, like Mystery Dungeon or something like that, I'm just not interested. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in that. I'm more interested in the main series games. Not to say I haven't played them. I've beaten Blue before. A long, grueling challenge, but I did beat Blue before. I also think I played all the DS ones, I think. I don't know if I did the 3DS ones. But the DS ones I started, I think, and I never finished. Yeah, I think I started them, and then I think I was just, like, learning the controls kind of thing, and then I just dropped it because I wanted to play more Pokemon. And I just went on, like, Soul Silver or whatever at the time. And I just played those more often, and then I completely forgot I even had the Mystery Dungeon. And if those ones are all 3DS, then X and Y or whatever. I never really bothered to play them after that. And that's really the sad thing, though, is that, like, for the Mystery Dungeon games, I've never been, I don't want to say a big fan of them, I've just never seen me play them. And it's like, as I was saying to one of my friends back when we were in school kind of thing, is like a lot of people's childhoods is usually like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Legend of Zelda, like, you know, like that kind of thing, though, like a lot of kids-oriented content kind of thing. Mind you, I wouldn't say Yu-Gi-Oh, but that kind of thing, though, right? Like, you were grown up with this familiar franchise that you're gonna be like, hey, the new title dropped, here's my money, right? For Legend of Zelda, that wasn't a thing for me. I was never really particularly very, like, I wasn't grown up with it, though. I never grew up with Legend of Zelda at all. So when, I think I was talking to somebody, I can't remember, and they were like, oh, what kind of games do you play? Like, did you play as a kid or something like that? And I said, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And they go, what about, and I think I was playing Breath of the Wild, I think, at the time or something like that, trying to get a feel for the game. And they go, oh, so did you play, like, Legend of Zelda as a kid? And I go, no, I know I didn't. And he's like, oh, but you're playing Breath of the Wild right now. And I'll go, yeah, I'm trying to get a feel for the game. I never grew up with the Zelda game, so I'm trying to... It's not that I don't know anything about the Zelda games. Like, I think I know a decent enough that I can pass as a little fan of the game, but that's it. Like, out of all the Legend of Zelda games that I played, which is not a lot, by the way, I've played Hyrule Warriors, which is my favorite. 5 special attack, I'll take it. I'm gonna take as much as I can get for Flannery. But Hyrule Warriors was my favorite. By far. I really liked that game. I really liked the content that it had, so that's my opinion. But I prefer those kinds of things. They were really fun. What was the other one that I played? I know like, as I said, I played Breath of the Wild. I didn't get very far, though, but that was more so because I was trying to get a feel for the game. And I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel like it was that great of a game, in my opinion. Maybe that was because of the Switch. I don't know. Maybe that was just because my Switch had terrible performance with it. Or maybe it was because it was trying to load on a 4K TV. Yeah, my Switch was trying to play on a 4K TV with Breath of the Wild, and it was just lagging all over the place, and I just went, you know what, I don't like this game. I tried. I think I was still in the tutorial area. Again, still trying to get a feel for the game itself. Okay, I want to see how far my EVs for special attack are. I know I shouldn't be using Pika Hex though, but I have the convenience for it, so I'm gonna use it to my advantage. $126 special attack, we're gonna have to make it work. Okay. I don't have anything that you can hold that's gonna be pretty decent though. But I could definitely tell you one thing though. Anything is better than Macho Brace. At least for this. I can hope that it acts like a berry. That's all I can think of. Ooh. Should I go back and get Brina burnt? Watch, Hugs Bella will give me a leftovers, and I'm gonna be like, well, Balmore, you're gonna have leftovers then. Oh no, wait, the grass isn't on this side. Yeah. If only I had a bike. I know I can get a bike. Don't go spam in the comments. I know you can get a bike. We're gonna go get Brina burnt so that we have guts active. That's not called burning me. That's called tackling me. But yeah, I think I did those. I think those are the only two Legend of Zelda games I mostly played. I think the only other one that I remember playing was Phantom Hourglass, and I didn't mind that one. I think I was watching a lot. I think not a lot of Zelda, like YouTubers kind of thing. I think I was watching like 2, and they're like, "Oh, it's one of the worst ones possible." And I was like, seriously? Like, I didn't find it was that bad. Maybe it was because it was the only Legend of Zelda game I had on the DS that I actually paid for. And what I mean is that, like, it's one that I paid with my money kind of thing. Like, not used as, like, I didn't get it as a Christmas gift or birthday gift kind of thing. Like, I think I traded it. I think I traded a bunch of games for it. Traded a bunch of games at GameStop, and then I just bought the rest, like, paid the rest of it. Was it that game or was it a different one? I can't remember. No, I think it was the Assassin's Creed one, wasn't it? Ah, brain, this is not the time that you should blank on this. Oh, did I accidentally take it out? Whoops. So now Brina has one more special attack. EV, great. That's one less off the speed EVs that I can use. I think I got frustrated that I didn't get burned. Yes, because I think I traded in a bunch of Game Boy games. Yeah, I think I traded in a bunch of Game Boy games, and I traded like a Mario DS game, and they gave me like $5 or $6, I think, of store credit. And I think I bought a used Assassin's Creed for the DS, which was like $10. Like, if I knew now, like, if I had the same knowledge as I did now, I wouldn't have done that. I would have gotten way more value if I would have actually kept the games and sold them online. But I was a kid. I was like, what, I think 10 at this time? And back then, we didn't have Amazon. We didn't have, like, Facebook Marketplace or something like that, where you can go and do that kind of thing. Like EB Games or GameStop was, like, where you wanted to go. EB Games is GameStop. It's just another store name that they use. Anyway. So, like, it was... Like, it was confusing, though. Like, you want a new game for your DS because you played all the ones that you have, but you also don't like their trade-in fee, like, because I think I did a lot to try and trade in for like a new game. I think it was like a new Game Boy game. Can't remember what it was. And I traded in like a whole bunch of games. So they probably made like a lot of money from that. And they only gave me $6. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe it was like 10. Because I think the Assassin's Creed game was either 10 or $15, and I knew like I took off like a decent chunk of that. But it wasn't enough to buy the full game. That's kind of the weird thing that's in my mind nowadays, though, is like I traded in a perfectly pristine DS game. I didn't have the case. That probably got destroyed somewhere. Or was probably misplaced, I don't know. But it was a pristine DS game. I don't really play Mario games, so that's why I was getting rid of it. And I practically like traded in, and I wanted to, you know, take a look around, and I don't even know. Maybe if they gave me a bigger store credit, maybe I would have had, maybe I wouldn't have gotten that Assassin's Creed game. I played it. I didn't mind it. I don't remember what happened with it. I might have lost it. Yeah, that's the thing when you have the cartridges that are smaller than what your old ones were. I like how back when I was a kid, I used to praise Game Boy cartridges for being so big that you can't forget about them. And nowadays, I praise it when you can make smaller computers. Like, if you can make something big be small and still do the same thing as if it was big, it's great. But when I was a kid, I liked Game Boy cartridges because it was so difficult to misplace them. No! I healed, didn't I? Oh. I think it's because I didn't want to waste the potion. You know what? Let's just go take on the 4th gem. I don't care anymore. I done goofed that time. That was my bad. I got so distracted with talking about old Game Boys. Stuff like that. Yeah. But it's always so weird, at least for me, it's always so weird, like, my train of thought when I was a kid and my train of thought as an adult now. Like, the way that I think about things, it's like, what the heck, man? Like, I used to think, like, really weird when I was a kid. I can even show off, like, what my team was in the Pokemon Ruby thing, I think. It's probably not the greatest. Alright, well, this better be good. Because I ain't doing any more training, hopefully. Let's go. Welcome, no wait. Puny trainer, how good to see you've made it here. I've been entrusted with the... No, wait. I am Flannery, and I'm the gym leader here. Dare not underestimate me, though. I have been leader for only a short time. With skills inherited from my grandfather, I shall demonstrate the hot moves we have honed on this land. You do that. Meanwhile... Alright, Balmore. Water gun! That sucks. That's an item. That's an item I can use. Water gun again. Yeah! We got a crit. Awesome. 216. Alright. Slugma. Alright. Water gun again. Okay, so we're gonna gonna hurt a little bit. Alright. Water gun again. Might take it out, actually. Yes, light screen faded. Okay. I want to do a safe switch. So, Hugs Billow. Ah, that hurt. Alright. Save yourself. Okay. Let's hope this works. Sunspore. No! Come on. Somehow survive. No. I really needed you to actually get the stun spore off, because that would have slowed down the Torkoal and make it less likely to hit. That would have been awesome. Alright, Brina. Wing attack. Bye, Slam. You're gonna paralyze me, aren't you? No? Okay, good. I'm doing at least a little bit of chip damage in. Good. So that's a -4 special attack. Or attack, if you will. I'll go with Zergo. I'll let Zergo take care of everything. Double kick. Really? I thought it would do at least a little bit more than that. I could try Peck again. Okay, if you're just gonna use a potion, I should have switched. I'm waiting until it uses, like, Overheat again for no reason. So I could have, like, -6. You know what? No. I don't care anymore. Balmor, take care of it. Balmor, take care of this. Seriously? So we are allowed to use 2 items. I think I have a Sody Pop, so we're gonna use the Sody Pop. Alright, Water Gun. Are you kidding me? Game! What the heck are you doing? This is the last time I can use. Seriously? Oh my word, man. Second time! That's the second time it did that in the same time. It gets a normal damage off, then it got a crit. The only thing that was different is the time I get paralyzed. But I was already paralyzed when it used the second time, when I got the crit the second time. Anyway, take it out, Elsbeth. Thank you. Get out of here, Flannery. Oh, I guess I was trying too hard? Yeah. I've only recently become a gym leader. I tried too hard to be someone I'm not. I have to do things my natural way. If I don't, my Pokemon will be confused. Thanks for teaching me that. For that, you deserve this. Get out of here. Heat badge? Don't care. Get out of here, Flannery. You have a heat badge. All Pokemon up to level 50, even those you get in trades from other people, will obey you completely. And unless Pokemon use the HM move strength outside of battle. This is a token of my appreciation. Don't be shy about taking it. It's Overheat. That TM50 contains Overheat. That move inflicts serious damage on the opponent, but it also sharply cuts the special attack of the Pokemon using it. It might not be suitable for long battles. Alright. Oh. Hi. Drathis, long time no see. Oh, while I was visiting the hot springs, you got the Lava Ridge gym badge. You must have caught good Pokemon. No, I guess you raised some. I guess it would be okay for you to have this. I obtained the Go Goggles. Whatever those are. With these Go Goggles, you'll have no trouble getting through the desert near Route 111. But wow, Drathis, challenging gyms. You're trying hard because you don't want to lose to me, I bet. When have I lost to you? Drathis, I think I should challenge your dad in Petalburg Gym. You need the other gym badges. Drathis, see you again. Yeah, flaunt your bike. Should probably heal. Can't believe I keep doing that. Again, it's a mental thing though. Like, even though like I know that Swallow having guts is good, my brain is just programmed to heal when I see that. My Pokemon's burnt, let me go heal that. Doesn't matter if it procs my ability. Doesn't matter if it helps out my ability or anything like that. Nope, doesn't matter. Alright, so if you try to enter this area without the Go Goggles, it will promptly kick you out. They'll say the desert is too, the sandstorm is too strong or something like that. Stardust, cool. Hello. Wearing these Go Goggles makes me feel like a superhero. Right now, nobody can beat me. Yay. Alright, Cliff. You have a battle toy, that's pretty cool. You wanna know what's really funny though? I can literally make Hugs Bellow be a part of our team in just like a few seconds. If experience was the only thing it needed. And I didn't mind spending money. Okay, so let's see. How much does Balmore had during the time? Okay, so not a lot of experience, okay. I like how Hugs Bellow has like 188 friendship. That's actually kind of funny. Seriously? Can't win on Spirit alone. Yep. Oh no, I did pick up the item? Weird. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I mean. Alright, so... we're actually going to go pick up the bike this time, because the bike's going to be very helpful. I haven't gotten a Geodude every time I've got broken that rock. It's really weird. Anyway. We're gonna go heal. I'm gonna go and... first of all, do you even have any moves that can potentially be removed? No. And I want to see if you can learn strength too. You cannot? Okay, that's fine. Pretty sure your evolution can, though. If not, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway. Hello, Oh, well, what do we have here? Most energetic customer. Me, they call me Rydell. I'm the owner of this cycle shop. Your running shoes, they're awfully filthy. Did you come from far away? Yes. You're saying that you came all this way from Little Root Town? My goodness, that's ridiculously far. If you had one of my bikes, you could go anywhere easily while feeling the gentle caress of the wind. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bike. Oh, wait a second, I forgot to tell you that there are two kinds of bikes. They are the Mac bike and the Acro bike. Mac bike is for cyclists who want to feel the wind with their bodies, and an Acro bike is for those who prefer technical rides. I'm a real sweetheart, so you can have whichever one you like. Which one you choose? Acro. I chose the Acro bike. Yay! If you get the urge to switch bikes, just come see me. If I go to Acro bike, just for that. Whee! Yay! I love that. I love doing this. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Oh wait, I forgot to do the thing. Okay. Alright, so if you want to earn a ton of experience for your Pokemon, but this is a huge thing, I do recommend making sure that they don't have any moves that you like to do it. Like us to raise one, yes. Which one would you like for us to raise for you? Hugs Bellow, please. Fine, we'll raise the Hugs Bellow for a while. Come back for it later. Raise two of your Pokemon. Oh, not yet. Alright, let me see here. Do I have another one I want to teach? Karuga, Chocolate Border. We'll give them Magikarp too. Alright, so how this tricks works. Pretty simple. It's pretty simple. You can do this on even on a Game Boy. I did it on a DS because it's much easier on a DS. Oh, I don't have Rock Smash. That is very, very sad. Alright, who can learn Rock Smash? Nobody I really want to give Rock Smash to. Okay. I should have another Pokemon that should learn it. Anyway. I'm pretty sure Aron can learn it. Yeah, and I think one of the things I'll do behind the scenes, if I remember, is I'll start training up new members with like EVs that I want them to learn. So like, let's say for Gyarados, I want to train like attack and speed. I'll do that on my own time, and I'll hopefully remember that I do have a Gyarados that does do that. So here's what you do. This I learned. I found that this was a lot easier on the DS than it was with the Game Boy. Because the DS, you can go like you can go for the width of it is. Having a picnic in the desert. You can always find a trainer, so I can enjoy a battle here too. Okay. You're weird. The end. Anyway. I still have the DS, so like, I can't remember what I used though. So if you take an elastic band, I think you can, depending on how good or how bad it, I don't know how you want to word it, you wrap it around the width of it, or the length of it, however you want to kind of word it is. Maybe it's length. So pretty much it has to go over the screen on the bottom. As I said, it's much easy. Like, I guess it would be easier with the Game Boy too. Depends on the elastic band. I prefer the DS, but that's just me. And all you need to do is you need to go at the desert where I am, pretty much, after I beat this trainer. Go over here and just keep doing this. Obviously, you can speed it up. Because every time that it forces your character to move, that's one step. If you don't know how the daycare works that every time you take a step, your Pokemon get 1 experience point. So hold on. So that's what happens when you walk. But if you use a bike, it's much faster. So you speed it up. So there you go. So we're going to go for about 3.5 minutes. And this is at 2 times speed, by the way. So this is like, so this would be like what you could do in 7 minutes. And all you need to do is just hold it down. I'm holding down up. It does get very annoying though. I definitely do recommend turning off your sound. It's the same thing I did when I was auto farming the Academy Ace tournament, I think. I literally let my... Was it my Kyurem? I think it was my Kyurem at the end, but I think at the beginning it was my Sylveon. I literally let that just go on overnight, and I made sure that the sound was all the way down. And I let the Switch obviously charge. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah, so this is a very fun way of playing Pokemon now, isn't it? Actually, technically I can see, I think, what's in my daycare. I'll check in 2 minutes. If I can just use PK Hex to take a look at it. Because I know what Hugs Bellows XP is. But it doesn't obviously tell you like what level it is, though. Actually, it might. But this is only a good method, though, if the Pokemon can't learn any new moves, and you just want the experience, or whatever, what have you kind of thing, because the Pokemon will still learn new moves. And the daycare, I don't remember if there was a thought process to it, but pretty much it'll go down the list and it'll replace any move with the new move, pretty much. I think they changed it in future games, but that's pretty much what they did in these games, right? So that's a lot of fun. Alright, where are we at? We're just about 30 seconds away. So, 10 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's see. Can I see daycare? I can. Okay. But I find that's a little bit of it. Like, we're cheating, sure, but we're not going to go that far. Fine, whatever. Alright, those go goggles suit you, but I think they look better on me. Let's decide who they look better on with a battle. That's such a weird way of putting it, though. They look way better on me, so let's find out who it looks better on. What? Anyway. What again? I missed. What again? I missed again? What again? I couldn't see what was happening at my size because of the go goggles. Yeah, blame the go goggles. Oh, the rock didn't disappear. That's interesting. Huh. Cool. Alright, so after about a little over 7 minutes of technical thing, even though on the camera it is 3.5, or a little over 3.5, but technically it's 7 because I did double speed, right? Hug's Bella went up by 6 levels, and Norco Mortar went up by 5. I can't see them? Typically they allow you to look at what the members are, though, but yeah, we'll throw whatever. Yeah, so this is probably what I'll do with new team members, though. I'll train on the lowest routes I can do for the specific, like, thing. So, like, if it's attack and speed kind of thing, I'll go to, like, the first route kind of thing. 14s each. That's pretty good. So, I definitely know what team member I definitely do want. I did it again. I did it again. I definitely want my new team member, though. The only thing is that, like, do I want to train for it or do I not want to train for it? Cacnea. Cool. Don't want it. But I think we'll just finish off this with just training while I have a Trapinch. The Pokemon in which that I really want from this area. with my 49 Pokeballs. Let's try and catch it. Aww. Am I wrong? Am I wrong with its origin? No. Oh, it's based off of... Oh, okay, okay. Oops. How come a lot of these feel like they're just, like, not what I'm looking for? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this for a fact. I cannot find anything that relates to what it is, so I'm just gonna use one of what's his name? Like I'm gonna use sorry. I'm gonna try and see if there's an insect version of it though, but we're gonna be using a dragon name because I think that'd be pretty cool. Ooh, we can make it into an elder dragon or a dragon spirit. Ooh. I don't know what that means. That's weird. A lot of them are like young red dragon kind of thing. Ooh, that sounds so freaking cool. Oh, a lot of these sound so cool though. The Purger. Oh, that sounds so cool. The Igniter. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at all of them. A lot of them sound very cool though, but I'm trying to find one that fits Flygon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to find one that's there. I'm trying to find like an insect-like dragon. And I know that that's probably going to be like a weird thing to say though, but like... But that's kind of what I'm looking for, though. Or just go with Dragon Spirit. I mean, if I get very far and I find one that fits very well, then that's fine. And of course, if I find, like, let's say a magic card that's not actually a magic card, like, let's say it's a fan-made one, let me know, because I can easily just change the name. And if the game doesn't allow me to change it, I'll change it through PK Hex. Because, like, if the game refuses to let me to change it, I'm going to change it myself then. Ooh, Intent the Dreamer. Or Intet, sorry. Tyrant of Jund? No. Ooh, Unrivaled Ancient. Ooh, I like that. That sounds so cool. Plus it begins with K, which means it's instantly cool with me. Unfortunately, it's just a dragon, but I don't really care. Where's the T? There it is. So, this is the dragon name I have chosen. While I go load up that picture. There's a lot more, but I have chosen this one. Cloth, unrivaled ancient. It flies, because that's what Trapinch will be able to do later on. It also has haste, which means it attacks as soon as it comes onto the battlefield, which is very funny. Anyway, so whenever this card attacks, you get to add any amount of mana, which is what X pretty much means, and any combination of colors, where X is the total power of attacking creatures. I can spend this mana only to cast spells until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Awesome. So cool. And the funny thing is that it's actually a red and green creature. I am quite curious at what its stats are, but I don't really care enough to look it up. I'll look it up when I'm training, because I'm definitely throwing this onto the team. I have a question though. Flygon, in Generation 3, what are your stats? Please tell me you're a physical attacker. I think the only thing we're going to be losing out on, I think, is Dragon, but I don't really care about that nearly as much as you might think. You are a physical attacker, and you're very fast too. I like that. Alright. That's cool. Alright, so we want Trapinch. Yeah, because Trapinch has base 100 attack, which is awesome. Which means that it's going to be very effective against, like, everybody of our level. And plus, at our current stage... Never mind, it'll still be a Trapinch. I was going to say, at our current stage, it will be a Vibrava. No, it won't. So I'll probably level up Brina a little bit more with the EVs and such. So that way, though, we can just cap it off for Brina. Do I need any other things? Probably not. At least not right now. Because while I'm probably leveling up Trapinch or Cloth, I'll pronounce it. I think it's Clouth, but because I think that's how AU is pronounced. Because it's pronounced as Clow, right? So Clow, and then TH, Clouth. So, So I'll probably go with my traditional 252 in 2 stats, and then 6 in the other one. I'll probably pick HP. Oh, my luck. I'll just pick HP. I'm just gonna level up Brina with a bunch of attack, cap it, then I'll cap speed. And then once speed is capped, then we'll be fine. Oh. Oh, it's you. You're that person who not only helped me in Petalburg Woods, but also backed my stolen package and even graciously delivered it to Slateport. Captain Stern informed us that the package arrived too. I thank you very much. Very, very much. Why, if I were a rain cloud, I would shower you with gratitude and hail you as a hero. For you, the most wonderful trainer, I bear good news. Recently, our company developed a new kind of Pokeball. As a token of our appreciation, this would be our gift to our wonderful trainer. Is it just a Pokeball? Repeat ball. Yay. Our new Pokeball will be available at the Pokemon Mart in Rustboro. Please do try it out. Thank you and bye-bye. You suck. I don't know. How do you work for a Pokeball company, but yet you're deathly scared of, like, every little thing? Somebody could, like, sneeze next to you, and you're like, ah, what the heck, man? Don't sneeze near me. know. This is how I think. Like, for him, like, every time somebody sees, achoo, what the heck, man? Like, don't fucking sneeze near me. Like, sorry, man. Allergies. Like, yeah, you take your allergies somewhere else, man. Like, sorry. Now, me having allergies was a problem for you. He's probably not that bad, but I don't know, I just feel that way. Anyway. I just feel like that's how it would go down. Yeah, I think every time I load this through PK Hex, or at least like when I did those changes, I think it doesn't like the berries. Either that or it doesn't like the program I'm using to play Pokemon Ruby. Because I think all my berries have disappeared. Yeah, so this is where I changed Brina, or trained Brina and Zergo. Taking the Xavier cell as well. I'm gonna go heal this. Alright. So, I need to save the game. Get a basic look at the party. So I'm using accurate information, or as accurate as it's going to get. Here's the file. Open. Palmore still has the lava cookie. It never Are you telling me that it's a cookie? Okay, apparently you cannot give a lava cookie to a Pokemon and it will consume it. Good to know. I thought because it's a cookie it would be different. Where's Macho Priest? There we go. Ah, it's a sell price one? Okay. Okay, let me see here. Go Calc, even though it's probably easy, but I prefer using Calc. 234, 18, so that would be about 9 fights. Okay. So this is pretty much what I do with Scarlet and Violet too. Okay, so what's the move? We'll use Quick Attack. So when this stops at 21, so I just need to fight Poochyena. Once I find Poochyena, and we fight about 9 of them, I'll speed it up. By the way, if you want to finish it, like if you want to do this really, really quickly, do or without losing your mind because of how annoying the sound effects are, I recommend muting. Alright, go. In my case, I'll just take off my headphones. Oh, now the Poochyena, even though it's 30% encounter, doesn't want to show up. There it is. So I'll show you what I mean, okay? So, over here is Brina. So, obviously we have the attack right here. Okay? So, I'm going to go and attack this with Quick Attack. Okay? Uh-oh! Elspeth just got an extra attack. Eevee. That's not what I want. Take that. You take the XP share. Before I make that mistake again. Because I'll more than likely forget. Alright, so I'm going to save it again. And I'm going to show you that that's exactly all I did. Okay? So, okay. So, these are the stats as it currently is. As it was before we fought that Poochyena. And if I were to go and load it back up. Okay. You'll see, though, that attack has actually gone up by 2 points. And that's all you do. And that's all I did. I kid you not, that's what I did for 3 hours. Except for I also defeated Zigzagoons and Wingles to get speed up as well. Which is another thing that I'm going to be leveling up with Brina too. Because Brina does need to have more speed. And then for the other stats, I'll wait till we get access to the berries kind of thing. I can see if there's a way I can speed it up so that like I can just do it insanely quickly, but nah. Like, I might be cheating, but I think that's way too far beyond that kind of thing. Like, even just me doing this, though, is, like, double the speed, though. But that just means, though, that just tells you, though, that, like, if it takes me a minute to, let's say, get 4 attack EVs, that means that I would have gained 2 attack EVs at this time. Okay, so when it's at 21, I do want to double check, though, because I might have hit a Zigzagoon. Which is okay. We're not angry at that. Or I'm not angry about that. I just want to know if I accidentally hit a Zigzagoon. Which I might have. And the same thing happens when I do Scarlet and Violet as well. I like try to calculate based off of like how many power points my Pokemon still has. And then I still check. Right? Obviously, I don't have access to PK Hex at that given time, though. But there is usually like a... what's the button combination? You can see the chart thing. And that usually tells you like if you have a stat fully done. Obviously, if I have to do 192 in a stat, it's a bit difficult to figure that out, that I actually have to use like accurate numbers. Okay, so I just did that. We'll slow that down. And if worst comes to worst, I think I can also change the time of the game as well. So though like it's just less than what it actually is. But I haven't touched that. I find that's going way above base. Okay, so I must have hit a Zigzagoon or a Wingull. Because attack is 250. Which, as I said, is okay. It's not too bad, because speed is the next one I'm leveling up anyway. You know what? Yeah, let's just level up speed. Just the next Poochyena I find, take it out. And then I don't need to deal with Poochyena anymore. Or at least with Brina, I don't need to deal with it anymore. And Xilestar needs the speed EVs too, so you know what? It's helping both parties. The only difference is that Xilestar is only getting the same amount of experience, but only half of the EVs that Brina is getting. That's the only problem. Other than that, it's fine. Attack. There we go. And that's it for Poochyenas. Because if you don't know, for the old games, they don't have a hard cap at 252. Their hard cap is 255. So, if I find another Poochyena, I have to literally run away. I'm going to wait until quick attack is all done. Then I'm going to take a look and see what Brina's speed stat is at that given time. If Brina is done, let's say her total, like, is it he or she? His total EVs, that's perfect. Then I can move on to Xilestar, and then I can move on to whoever else. And the cool thing about knowing what Brina's EVs is that it tells me exactly what I need to train when I do have EV reducing berries. Because that tells me a lot. And it tells me that, like, if I am going to reduce anything, I need to reduce Brina's I need to increase Brina's health by 10 EVs and then throw the rest into speed. That's all that tells me. All right. Yeah, nothing else in there. I'm trying to see, like, the amount of work that needs to be done on each and every one of my Pokemon. I definitely know for Elsbeth, it's gonna be like way over leveled. But yeah, that's not gonna be nearly as bad as you might think though. Like, that's like, sure, it's bad, but like having over level of not just speed, but just overall just special attack doesn't matter nearly as much. And plus, Elsbeth has really bad like EV spread anyway. Like, I think I'm gonna need to do a lot of work on that one in particular, but other than that, it's fine. I think a lot of it was just because routes, right? Like, I needed to work on routes, so I needed to focus on getting a lot of experience, but that's part of the problem though, is that like, because I was more worried about experience than of EVs, routes sort of fell out the window. I'm really curious in just catching another Swellow and just transferring over the experience and all that stuff over in the EV total that I got, just to hopefully get a better attack stat. Which also means I would get a better, hopefully better nature too. I think it has lower special defense and up special attack already, which is terrible. This is where I would use an Nature Mint, by the way, and just go Adamant. Actually, if I remember correctly, both of Swellow's things do go off of attack. Like, normal and flying do go off of attack, which is great, because that's the two stats that that's like the major stat we want. Yeah, because it's only the EV evolutions that are special attacks, not EV itself, if I remember correctly. Okay. No, okay. It's good to know. Okay. I want to save. I want to see the stats. Open. Pokemon Ruby. Yep. Let's see here. Brina, 252 attack. Speed, 128. So let's see the leftover EV total that I have. So let's go 510 subtracted by 438 is what we currently have. 72, we divide that by 2. So we have 36. So how much is that in comparison to what Freena's wing attack is. Okay, so pretty much go through all of wing attack. Yeah, so pretty much go through all of wing attack and then heal up and then take on the last two. Okay. So what about Xavier's Cell though? Does Xavier's Cell get 131 attack, 76 speed? That's not too bad. It already has a huge attack Ivy though. That's amazing. Oh, by the way, another reason why I showed off all the EVs and IVs as well, mostly just the IVs, is so that like the next time I do show off the Pokemon, if I don't have like, so if you notice that there is a difference and I don't mention it, and I don't mention, hey, you know, like I caught another Tailo kind of thing and I got a better attack stat or whatever, and I like if I don't mention something like that, then obviously like I did PK Hex it. And I could definitely look at the Trapinch though, but I'm gonna hold off until I train it. Like, I really want to look under the hood though, but I don't want to look under the hood because it's one of those things where like if I look under the hood, I'm gonna get spoiled of it and I'm not gonna want it anymore. But if I don't look at it, then I want to use it, right? Yeah, so I did mention this. So I did mention this on the, I think it's the New Year's video. But I just want to talk about it because I've been putting in the work pretty much on it. And kind of not having an outlet for it as of now because I'm taking a break from Enderal. There's nothing wrong with Enderal. I just have so many videos of it that like I need to like calm myself down before I go record more videos of it. But as of now though, so I did mention this I think during, what was it? Was it the, I think it was the New Year's video. I said I was gonna work on my Oblivion mod off my own time kind of thing. And I particularly just wanted to mention this right off the bat right now, though, that like while yes I am working on it still, I just want to mention though that I'm about 75, I want to say, % done of what I wanted to do, which is awesome. While it isn't the same that I wanted to do, it's very close to it, but it's not one-to-one. I need to go back to the drawing board with it and see if there's another way I could do it, or another way I can get it done. I think it's because it's the same thing with Minecraft. I misjudge the size of things. So when I go ahead and look at this, like when I go ahead and start building something in Minecraft, I always feel like the size is perfect until it isn't. And then I feel very, very sad. Because obviously the size is, well, the size doesn't matter though, but like, I feel like, let's say a 10 by 10 house is good until you start building it. Then you're like, 10 by 10 house feels very small. And then I don't want to continue building anymore. It's the same thing with how I'm doing my Oblivion mod, where I'm currently in the process of doing something and I keep trying to find these other methods of being able to do it without copying and pasting things, even though that's like the most logical thing for me to do. It's just copy and paste and just suck it up and just use it. Because me going around trying to find these other models that will fill in the same area and that won't and it won't let me copy and paste in the same way, it's costing me precious time, and it's making me being very frustrated because I can't get those to work, whereas I know something that does work, right? So, like, obviously I should probably just go stick with what I know instead of just trying to go with what I don't. So yeah, so I should probably just go and do that. But I just wanted to mention it's 75% done. I just need to finish off one area in particular, and then it's just finish a room, and then that's it. Then I just need to put the finishing touches, and then when that's all done, I need to also add in the mods that we ended off before the end of Oblivion content for temporary reasons. Because I think it was like, what, 4 or 5 mods, and I didn't add any items to the wall to show off like our achievements kind of thing. I didn't add anything to it, so that's what I need to do, is I need to start adding things back into it. So I'm gonna go back and add stuff to it. So hopefully that will help me out a lot later on. Because I don't know what it is. I like working on my Oblivion mod a lot. But like, I feel like I just don't have the time nearly as much for it. I find that I have to wait till when I have nothing to do to go and do majority of the work, which is hilarious because the amount of free time I get, or with the free time that I have kind of thing, I thought it was going to take me about a month to do it. It has been week 2 and I've already done 75%. Where I would have been at 40%. Maybe even less than that. So I've been putting in the work on it. And while majority of the work that I'm doing is mostly just copying and pasting what another mod has done, I still have to do the copying and pasting work, right? And I gotta make sure that I have the right models, because obviously I liked it because of the models that they use, right? So I gotta go figure out what those models are and put them in, blah, blah, blah. And the whole works. And then I gotta restructure the BSA so that way, though, for the BSA file, so I can actually use those models. That should be a lot of fun. And I gotta go fix one thing. So yeah, like and so that's what's pretty much being done in the background. And while before I was doing this, I was working on my data pack. It is in a finished state. I say that because I was about to add something before I said, you know what, I should probably work on the Oblivion mod. I literally told myself, beginning of February, start it. And we're like in the middle of February right now, and I have just like almost finished, and I'm still surprised by that. I'll just keep saying that. I'm still surprised. Because if you don't know, for the week, I typically try and edit videos when I have no time to record anymore. So I have about one day where I can record a decent chunk, we'll say about 5 hours of footage, and then I have about 2 days where I can only record about, well, 2 hours and 8 minutes of content, pretty much. I'm waiting until Wing Attack is finished, and I'll end it off. But that's my weekly schedule, right? And that usually trails off into one day where I will just start building up the videos or the video project files. So that way, though, all I need to do is that the days where I can't record, I'm rendering videos so that they're ready to be uploaded. And then, obviously, I use that time to also, when they're not rendering, to upload. That's behind the scenes stuff, right? And then by the time it's the weekend, so Saturday or whatever kind of thing, I have that full day to do whatever I want, and I'm now choosing to focus on my Oblivion mod. So literally, I have no free time. Which is funny because I think it was in the middle of 2024, maybe? Or maybe it was some other time where I had no free time. I had to either worry about videos or not. But now with me uploading like a month ahead of time, you know how much I can actually enjoy my free time when I'm not doing videos? I can literally enjoy them. I finished beating like 3 games that have been in my Steam library for a while. Like, I got to actually finally play them from start to finish. And I'm very happy about that. Like, since I've been ahead about a month. And that's still surprising to me. Whereas, like, I think before, in the state that I was, I didn't have that free time. Because by Saturday, I'd be stressing and be like, okay, when I have that free time, I need to go record, like, Skyrim or whatever. Like, I'd be stressing about it. I'd be like, okay, I need to... Okay, what videos do I need? I need, what is it? I need this, I need that. I need this, and I need more of those videos. And I'm like, oh no, but I'm not gonna have enough for this day, though. So I'm gonna be so time crunched. Like, I was stressing out. And now, that is, like, the past, pretty much. I don't have to worry about videos nearly as much as I did before. Okay, I'm just going to take out 2 Zigzagoons and then call it, and then see if our EVs are at 510. Because then once Swellow levels up, it's gonna have all of the EVs being stacked on it. Which is gonna be awesome. Because I think I only needed 2, right? I had like 34, I think. Yeah. So let's see here. I think that was it. Let's see, open on Ruby. 252 and 200 speed, and it has 510 EVs. Alright, so that is going to be it for today. Next time, I will probably finish off Xavier Cell with decent moves, probably. I will also finish off Zergo, and maybe I will probably cap off Elspeth's speed too. So yeah, so I'll see you guys next time for some more Pokemon Ruby.